Okay, one more young lady right there, please. And I can use some strong, handsome, and intelligent young gentlemen. There's one right there. Try the gentleman here, sir. Try the gentleman here. Try the gentleman here, sir. Wait just a moment, sir. Wait, see if I have another chair. Out there. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me apologize. Tighter yet, muscles. So very tightly, so very firmly, and securely. Fixed in that position that in a moment, when I tell you to try to pull those hands apart, I do want you to try, honestly and sincerely, as hard as you can, to force those hands to separate. They will not come apart no matter how hard you pull them. The harder you pull, the tighter the muscles are going to clench, holding them locked tightly, firmly together. Lift them right up in the air if you wish, pull with all of your might, but the hands won't separate. Come on, try to make them come apart. Pull on them, tug on the hands, try to separate them. Pull harder, harder still. Hook them over your knee if you want, use it for a lever. So relax them now, totally relax them. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked many times if it might be possible to induce a state of hypnosis in a subject who might be either deaf or blind, someone who perhaps might not understand the language being spoken, or for some other reason, simply lack the ability to be communicated with effectively. There is a method whereby nothing other than very light pressure is used. I will demonstrate using one of my young ladies or young gentlemen on stage. Please note, ladies and gentlemen, before I awaken this young lady, I shall remove from her mind any suggestions that I might have placed prior to the program. The only words that I will speak to her after she wakens will be, will you stand in front of the chair, please? I'm going to locate several spots. I shall apply a very slight amount of pressure. As I actually apply that pressure, you count to yourself. You will find. My next touch quite lightly on the right shoulder, miss, you will awaken. When you do awaken, you will be wide, full awake, totally free, completely clear of any previously placed suggestion. My next touch lightly on your right shoulder. No, a lot of your teachers would have loved to have done that to some of you guys. Of course, about $1 a piece, I could have taught you how to do that to a teacher also. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not squeezing, nor am I applying one single ounce of pressure to the head or neck area of this young lady. I'm merely cupping, supporting the weight of her head, because as you can see, truly, she is more relaxed than she was back here. Let me show you a similar effect, this time using post-hypnotic suggestion. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, since I have such an exceptionally good subject, instead of one suggestion as I would normally place, I will place two. First positive, second negative. Going back, emphasizing the positive. Watch the interaction of the two suggestions. Drifting deeper with very light pressure of my hand, with my next touch lightly on your right shoulder, miss, you will awaken, returning to your seat here on stage. The very moment you sit down, the instant you sit down in that chair, your eyes will become very heavy, tired, and drowsy. You'll have a great deal of difficulty holding them open. However, you're not particularly going to want to go to sleep. You would like to stay awake, see what everyone else is doing. Try as hard as you may, however, you'll be unable to retain a waking condition for longer than 30 seconds from the moment you sit down in that chair. With my next touch lightly on your right shoulder. extended so very firmly, so very securely fixed in that position. It is exactly as though you have a bar of iron, a piece of steel projecting from your body. It will not bend because it cannot bend. It is locked at the wrist, at the shoulder, at the elbow. Try to lower the arm, but it will not get down. Try very hard to force it down. Harder still, harder yet. So your life depended on getting the arm down. Try to lower.
And three, promptly on the count of three, everyone will awaken, retaining that suggestion for the balance of this day. One, starting up now. Two, lighter still. And three, wide awake. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Very phony, but it's not. This is called a shock induction. It was developed by a rather famous Polish hypnotist, a gentleman by the name of Borah. You're all probably wondering the most obvious question of all, hey, if you can hypnotize somebody that quickly, why did you waste 3 whole minutes at the beginning of the program? Well, ladies and gentlemen, from this group we have truly 3 exceptional subjects. We have another couple that are very good. But had I even attempted to do a shock induction at the beginning of this program, in addition to the 2 subjects I dismissed, I would have lost number 3, a very good subject. I would have lost number 4, also a very good subject. I would have lost number 5, and possibly number 6, one of my best subjects on stage. By doing a persuasion induction, I managed to get reasonable depth in every single one of them who really tried. How come I got such good depth here? 5 new subjects, 5 somnambulistic subjects. How come? That's easy. I'm fantastic. No, I cheated is what I did. I picked good subjects from the audience, people whom I knew were capable of that response. Not that I knew how they would respond. I never knew that until after I tried. We're trying to squeeze in a few little extra things here, ladies and gentlemen, and this next thing that you're going to see does look a little humorous, but if you'll be patient, I'll explain what practical application it might have. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the sight of 3 young adults sitting here with their mouth open looks funny, but next time you go to your dentist, you ask him how much he would pay to be able to have approximately 85% of his patients go into a little side room with a dental assistant, have her punch a button on a tape recording, which I had previously taped. All he would have to do when he was ready to work with that patient would be to touch them on the shoulder. Their eyes would close, their mouth would open. It would remain in that position indefinitely with no muscular tiredness of the muscles of the jaw, with no overproduction of saliva, with no gag reflex in the throat. And all the dentist would have to do in approximately 1/3 of those patients would be to touch a spot and say, "You will feel no pain here," and the patient would feel no pain. Sir, how are you getting along there? And in case some of you in the back there didn't hear what he had to say, he said, oh, oh, oh. Happened to me, it's a very, very unusual feeling. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of the program, I said that I was not going to ask anyone to do anything which would embarrass them, and I certainly have no intentions of doing so. However, to demonstrate to you, ladies and gentlemen, the power, the tremendous power hypnotic suggestion really does have, I will have a few of my subjects do something other than they might normally do upon awakening. In other words, if I were to say when you wake up you will go to your seat, hey, that's what they would normally do. Anything other than that, you must agree, would be a deviation to the norm. The young lady that I'm now touching, Miss, as you start to leave the area of the stage, Miss, moving to your left after taking 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. On the 3rd step, you will have a strong feeling you have left something here on stage. As you turn around to see what it is, you're going to notice that my little black bow tie is crooked. You will feel a strong urge to reach up and pull one of the 2 little loose ends hanging down from that tie to untie the tie so I might tie it properly. The gentleman I'm now touching, sir, when you awaken, sir, and I reach your position in line to dismiss you from the stage, you're going to notice for the very first time that your feet have become rather firmly and securely fixed at the spot they now occupy. They will not move from that spot, sir, until I touch each leg one at a time, releasing them from that particular position. The young lady that I'm now touching, as you start to leave the area of the stage, Miss, you will notice that my little black bow tie is untied. Seeing it untied will annoy you. You're going to feel a very strong, overpowering, compulsive urge to reach up and retie a very simple bow knot, much the same as you might tie an ordinary shoelace. All of the young gentlemen whom I am now touching, all of the young gentlemen whom I have just touched, bless you again. If at any time after you leave the area of the stage and return to your seat in the audience, emphasizing after you have left the stage and returned to your seat in the audience, should you hear me say on amplification the 2 words, thank you, you will feel a very strong urge to shout, party time, let's party, party, hardy, one of those neat phrases you teenagers use all the time. The young lady I'm now touching, Miss, as you start to leave the area of the stage, Miss, moving more or less directly ahead, slightly to your right, when you reach the edge of the platform and start to step down, when you look off the edge of the platform, Miss, down at the floor, that floor is going to appear to you to be about 50 feet down. All of the young ladies on stage without exception, all of the young ladies on stage without exception. If at any time after you have returned to your seat in the audience, should you hear me mention the name Borah, the name of your school, you are going to be so overcome with a burst of school spirit that you will jump to your feet and let out with a cheer for Borah. Ah! And ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to see truly one of the more unique responses, that you have seen here all morning, please do watch my young ladies, not for what they do. What they do is a total irrelevancy. You watch them for the precise moment they recognize what it is they are doing. Is it okay if I place one just very slightly dirty trick? Not too bad. Oh, you guys are mean. Gentlemen, I'm now touching, sir. When you awaken, sir, you're going to find that you cannot straighten your back. Your back is locked firmly in that position. Gentlemen, I'm now touching. We'll try something rather interesting here. The gentleman I'm now touching, sir, if at any time after you leave the stage and return to where you were seated, should you hear me mention the word Boise, you're going to jump on your white horse, holler, hi-yo, sober, and start. Very shortly, I'm going to awaken all of you most promptly on the count of 3. When you do awaken, you will be wide, full awake, most rested, very relaxed. Having enjoyed very much this brief interlude of hypnotic slumber, should I have opportunity to work with any of you again, you will find that you will be able to proceed deeper with each successive induction. On the count of 3, promptly on the count of 3, awakening, retaining all of the suggestions that I have left with you. 1, starting up now. 2, lighter still.
and 3, wide awake. Let's give them a last enormous round. What seems to be the problem here, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say thank you. Interested in it. All right. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I shall say it differently. I would like to express my appreciation for your very kind, your most wonderful attention. You've been a fabulous audience to work for this evening, and I'm proud to say that I had 4 children graduate from Borah. Before I leave, I would like to tell you how neat it is being back here in Boise. I would like to express my appreciation. I would like to express my appreciation for being permitted to be a part of a night which will be probably the second most important in your entire life. It's been very kind of you to invite me, and I hope I have a chance to see your underclassmen maybe next year. Before I leave, once again, they say that hypnotists can cast spells. Should that be true, I would like to cast a spell, a very strong and most powerful spell, over each and every one of you here this morning, a spell of peace, happiness, and much love. God bless all of you, and good morning.